Alright, let me take you through the Ssplc section and a full overview, right, of what happened in one of the sections, a full overview of it. So let's take time. So what are the materials that we'll need? So we'll need the handbook, so your subject specific handbook. We'll also need the teacher assessment manual and toolkits. We'll need that, and then then we'll need the teacher manual itself, and then we'll also need the learner material. We'll need the learner material, and we'll also need the learning plan that you have populated. So the learning plan that you have populated, we'll need it for the section. Alright, so let's see what happened throughout the section. Now let's look at the full section. Alright, so the first thing is to take your learning planner. I'll be as fast as possible. Take your learning plan, alright, open it like this, and then you go to your handbook. Alright, so open your handbook and go to the corresponding week. So let's do week 3. Week 3 is here. Now go to your learner material. Learner material 2 is here, and open that one to week 3. So we have different activities in the learner material in there. So open that one to week 3. So we have the week 3 activities also here. Now we are good to go to do our review. That is so the review of learning plan, 60 minutes. So 2.2, review the pedagogical approaches proposed for teaching week 3 in your learning plan. Identify activities that align with this in the learner material. Indicate the activities in your learning plan. It's indicated. So to note that the selected activities should be included in the teacher learner activity section of the learning plan. So let's go to the approaches that were used in the learning plan. So the approaches were collaborative learning, demonstration, research method, and field trip. Good. Let's see if it aligns with the teacher and learner activities. So here I'll go to my activities. So teacher side and then the learner side. Does it align? So guide learners to discuss the keywords in their mixability group. So what are the learners they are discussing? So they are discussing. Ask learners to present their results. Alright, share. So learner side, so share among learners the characteristics of science in their mixability group. So there's group work, there's research application using tablets, so they have to search online. There's a research they are supposed to search online and all that, right? So does it correspond, the learner side, the teacher side, does it correspond with the strategies that are aligned? Yes. If yes, that means that one aspect of the work is done. So the second aspect is that I have to compare if the activities I have here align with that of the learner plan, learner material as well. So I'll go to the learner material and then also see here. They said discuss with your friends how the characteristics of science were applied. So there's discussion in discovering vaccine for COVID-19 during the pandemic. Alright, so if this activity is not really in mind, I can just take it from here. I can just take this activity or take it from here, and then I'll just go to the learner material and capture it there. So the ones in red, so activity, ask learners to discuss in their mixed ability groups how the characteristics of science were applied in medicine. For example, in discovering vaccine for COVID-19 during the pandemic using their tablet and the internet. So here that's the teacher activity. Now the learner activity down becomes discuss in your mixed ability groups how the characteristics of science were applied in medicine. For example, in discovering vaccines for COVID-19 during the pandemic using your tablet and the internet. So that is it. Then is there more that I can add? So I'll go to the learner material to here. There's a in your small group, identify a meal of your choice, discuss where. So this one too is a good one, but I don't have it, so I just have to capture this. Alright, Alright, so not necessarily dito like that, but then you capture and then come. So activity 4, my activity 4 will be that ask learners to identify with their choice, discuss where so as ask learners to. Then the learner activity will be identify a meal of your choice, discuss where so that is also fully captured over there. So that will make me finish my activity 2.2, and you see that I have added it to my activity, so it's in the learning plan. So you take the learning plan and then you push it in there. It must be inside. All right, so we'll go to the next activity, which is all right. So here you activity 2, develop assessment task item based on a learning indicator on assessment for the week. This week recommended mode of assessment is research. You must always go specifically with the recommended assessment mode here. So note that the assessment task item may cover level 1 to 4 where appropriate to ensure that assessment is differentiated. Even though it's a research one, it should be differentiated. Then the selected activities should be included in the assessment DOK aligned to curriculum and TM section below teacher learner activities of the learning plan. So let's go to learning plan. So this is the assessment DOK aligned to the curriculum and subject teacher manual. So here, so what are my assessment tasks? Identify at least 3 areas where characteristics of science are applied. So here, 3 marks. How are the characteristics of science applied in the field of health and medicine? 7 marks. So here it's a research question. Then immediately I have to add my rubrics. So develop marking scheme or rubrics. So your facilitators will explain further. This is video, so I can't make it all here. So here are my rubrics. So 1, health, education, agriculture, industry. So 1 mark each. Any 3 is 1 mark. Then question 2, research. How are the characteristics of science apply in the field of health and medicine? So here I'm looking at empirical evidence for falsifiability, peer review, replicability, all these things. So my rubrics will be that if the person is able to write the title of the research relating to the task 2 mark, introduction including the purpose of the research, identify 4 areas in health and medicine, then checking temperature, blood pressure, ability to explain at least 2 applications of characteristics of science and health, all this one, conclusion. Then time management, submit the work early. So there's no way you are going to get 0. If you submit the work early, you even. So how I'm going to administer the test, it's a take home. So take home, do it in the homework book, bring out the title, introduction. So I'm giving clues on how to even do the work. I've given clues. So feedback, if I'm not there, somebody can take this. And so feedback, mark early. I'll mark early and give result to learner, give individual feedback about strength and suggest ways to improve it. Highlight key concepts, write down the expected responses or model answers on the board, use bullets, encourage peer discussion. If you need this file, it can be given to you. Upon open floor for question, address common confusion, encourage reflection, and then feedback, prompt questions like what part of the homework did you find most challenging, how can you improve your understanding of this topic. All right, so at this juncture you'll be done. But then the assessment how I got the risk. I want the video to be as short as possible, that's why I'm talking very fast, so bear with me. All right, so here, so you can see that all that we are going to do, that we're just going to take the learning plan and review it, and then the various strategies that are used for assessment, all that has been given, you can have access to it. So the assessment strategy, teacher assessment manual and toolkit, so you get the assessment mode that you want. So for example, here we are to use research. So research, research as a strategy. You find it in the assessment toolkit, homework, research as an assessment strategy. So it's here. So here all the explanation is given. So your facilitators will explain to you, or this is what we are all supposed to do. I hope we are all. So for the mid-semester exam and then the end of semester exam, you need to prepare a table of specification where you have the DOK levels and the type of questions that you should set for each section. Then multiple choice question, essay, practical, all these ones are showing in that. Then you prepare your marking scheme and then your rubrics. It will depend how you administer the exams. All those information must show, and then the feedback to give, and then finally the reflection for the whole work.